Hello, 'tis I, Wayward Brigand. This is Wayward Let's Play, and I'm playing Back to the Future, the game, Episode 1. It's about time! So we found the DeLorean. Now we're gonna figure out how to find the dock.
Once I know when to look for Doc. Looks like the time circuits still work. Now I only need to know when to look for Doc. I can use those to enter.
Yes, thank you.
Once I know when to look for.
Let's see what Einstein has to say.
What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie? I can use those to enter. I can use those to enter. This time-traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc. This notebook has all of Doc's plans for the flux never falls into the wrong, and by wrong hands, I mostly mean Biff. I probably shouldn't fiddle with the time circuits again until I know when to look for Doc.
He said to...
Nah. I don't think so. Ah!
Wait. I have an idea.
What do you know about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something.
Aha.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
Step away from the door!
Ah!
Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat!
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see. A shoe? Wow, now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
Ruh-roh, she recognizes the shoe.
Leave that creature outside!
Sorry, Einstein.
Good dog. He's a good boy.
you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up.
She didn't even turn on the kettle or the water, the fire. She isn't heating the water. Jesus, I can't talk.
Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized.
I doubt that,
Let
and
some
I doubt that.
street punk get jam all over them.
Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
You! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
That tea's never gonna boil. That tea's never gonna boil.
Well, go turn it on.
Einstein brought me that shoe from the past. But when in the past? Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Yes? Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh. Hi, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
You're a busybody yourself.
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
A speakeasy? In Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
Would you mind if I stepped out for a minute? I just remembered a video I've got to return.
Do you have to go? I get so few visitors these days.
but...
And I'd hate to have to tell my brother, your vice principal in charge of discipline, how rude you were to me. Especially with graduation coming up and all.
You don't even know my name, lady.
Oh, the candy looks older than I am. That tea's never gonna boil.
Yes, I gotta talk to Edna.
Excuse me, Miss Strickland? What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out! Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on the lower things. Is that?
Lieutenant! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Don't let me keep you from your business. I guess I'm stuck here for a while. That tea's never gonna boil. Miss Strickland lost that shoe the day the speakeasy burned down. But when was that? What are these?
My editorial trophies.
Cat Lovers
Okay.
Quarterly.
It's legitimate journalism.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. And don't touch anything.
I guess I'm stuck here for a while.
Now's the perfect time to leave. She doesn't know your name.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture. Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Haha.
I told you not to touch those.
Miss Strickland? Don't let me keep you from your business.
Set the radiator off again.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here
Marty,
we go.
you're in it.
Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out! Get out! Get out!
Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Probably not.
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
Didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play.
Grapes of Wrath?
Whoops.
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck! Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone.
Oh, cool. So that his dad is understanding. That's nice.
Ready to go, Einstein?
Oh, okay.
I've got to turn on the time circuits first. Time circuits, on. Flux capacitor, fluxy. Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Nice. Ain't no way in hell consumer vehicles from the 30s would be going 80 miles per hour. From the 30s, not 80. Whatever I said.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who? Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the...
Whoops.
There's gotta be some sort of mistake here. Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
No, not really.
That's the spirit. Destroy them with indifference. If we refuse to patronize their establishments and glorify their wicked exploits, they'll soon be exposed for the pathetic wretches they are. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's... Harry Callahan.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Callahan. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
I know. I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet. I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Sorry.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
I am doing that, and he is not running. Shift does, though. Oh. Just run straight into a wall. Controls are a little wonky.
Who are you and what do you want?
Can I talk
Who is
to
your
you
daddy
about
and what
Carl
does he do?
Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
No.
Then scram.
Doc.
Marty,
Doc.
what are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan, right. But what?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause for episode break here. Like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Check out Oso Geek. It's awesome. Goodbye.